We're back. Hi, honey.
Hello.
I don't have much to say. We're just going to start.
Okay.
This has just been a long time waiting. It might only go to Mike.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I got in the right spot.
There's a lot to love. I love the innocence in a newborn's laugh. Love the thought of being a newborn's dad. Love every baseball game I ever had. Love the gravel and the grass. Love the strawberry shafts that my grandmother had. I love the old cowboy hat on my gramps. I love hearing him when I was at bat. I love the wrinkles on the back of his hand. And I love that I was there on the day that he passed. I love the freedom in women when women dance. I live optimistic romance. The magic it captures when you live in the moment. I love thanking the soldiers, welcoming them home again. I love the smell in the air when the rainstorm coming. Love playing with my sister and her easy bake oven. I love shrinky dinks. I love to color them. I love the tender touch of my mother's skin. I love that she stayed when my dad was a runner. Love having a younger brother. Love building forts out of leaves, out of lumber. Love learning how to be men together. Love the bond that we built forever. Love playing the games on the Sega, but we were Super Mario Brothers when we got the Nintendo. I love to think that we are still. I love Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle. I love the way the pages made my eyes so open. I love the kindness of strangers when their hearts open. I love never stopping hoping. I love the thought of where we go when it's over. I love honoring another's culture. I love sponsoring the notion that there's honor in culture. I love to make fun of Van Coulter. I love lemongrass soup when the weather gets colder. I love the view of the lake from my porches. I love being okay that I don't drive Porsches. And I love that my baby also knows what's important. See, it's important that I love and support her. And I love that we fell in love when we were poor as a pauper. I mean, we couldn't be broken, no joke, but I love that it never broke her. I love that we still grow closer, and I thank God every day for the opportunity he made for me to know her. I love music. I love the symphony that plays in your brain when you listen to it. I love the effect that it has on a human. I love that it heals us better than drugs do. Love the rhythm a heartbeat beats to. Love being in audiences that Jeff Tweedy sings to. And I love Jack White without the racking tours. I love to see Garth Brooks go back on tour. He's been a friend when I've been in low places before. I love the thunder rolls, but I love the river more. I love the architecture of the Hollywood Biltmore. I love buildings that were built back when we built more. I love waking up each day to find out what I'm still here for. Love the comedy and tragedy. And I love when I pointed out that everybody gets mad at me like I love Wilford Brimley before diabetes. But I hope his infomercials help him pay for his surgeries. I love getting harassed by the Target security. I love that my jacket makes them follow me. I love hearing my description on their walkie-talkies. I love letting them search me while my manager watches. I love hearing them say, pardon me, please accept my apology. I love the vulnerability and humanity, honestly. I love using my TV to argue with Sean Hannity. I love fantasizing about back smacking him hard-handedly. I love the blessing of the food in my pantry. I love finding a begging veteran and handing him 20. I love that he was really ready to go die for my country. I love the feeling inside when he cried and he hugged me. I love that there were angels among me. And I love that they love me. I love their conversations. I love their company. And especially I love it when they come say what's up to me. I love Archangel Michael and I love what he's done for me. I love doing theater in college. I love the energy created in a building of knowledge. I love the lessons in the building of knowledge. I love that you can live forever but never know all of it. I love halibut. I love smoked salmon fish. I love that people emphasize the L when they sounding it. I love hide and go seek and I love when I found it. I love that Los Angeles Police Department had me surrounded. I love paying my bail with 10% of the promise to appear before the judge and be honest. Let's be honest, I forgot all about it. I love that I prioritize that shit way down at the bottom. I love smoking marijuana in autumn. I love Paramahansa Yogananda. I love to believe we get to do this again. I love the Akashic records. I love to read them. I love multidimensional theoretical theorems. I love redundancy. I love redundancy. I love Los Angeles, but I don't love what she done to me. I love that I left and I don't have a day of regret. It wasn't meant to be, but I love the memories, yep. And I love my enemies don't have my new Chicago address yet. I love the First Amendment. I love the Second. I love the Third, Fourth, Fifth. I love the Seventh. I love the 6th, 8th, 9th. I love the 10th. I worship at the Church of the Constitutional 10 Commandments. I love the rest of them too, but they wasn't as dramatic. I love Minneapolis. I love it, gotta have it. I love Chicago too, but it's second on my love list. I'll forget this. I love all the Midwest. I love the tobacco smell when the spliff lit. I love the music that Second City Audio Machine did. I love nachos and cheese dip. I love knocking back a few double bottles of the cheese whiz. I love that it's been 11 years since my last sip. I love that my sobriety's lasted. I love that my old friends think I'm less of a bastard. Now that I put down the jack and put down the captain, I love laughing. Love that I was sober at my little sister's wedding. Love that the details aren't hard for me to remember. Love the way the wind blew in from the harbor. I love that me and my brother probably walked her right up to the altar. I can't recall having ever felt such a swelling of honor, like the building of a chorus on the grandest piano. And I love that I felt sad for her father. I love that he didn't come even though we invited him and we tried to surprise her. I love David Copperfield. I love magic. I love the mystery and the supernatural. I love the first bite of a crisp red apple. I love Gatorade. I love Snapple. I love when the test results say that it's not cancer. I love the first breath of the air right after. I love to often question the answer. I love the...
Is it fair to say you've been following most of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's, no, it's...
I love Gatorade, I love Snapple. I love when the test results say that it's not cancer. I love the first breath of the air right after. I love to often question the answer. I love my elementary pastor. He was responsible for me leaving the church faster. I love rocks and crystals. I love Glock pistols. I love knock-knock jokes. I love riddles. I love my wizard staff that I whittled. I love the first light of sunrise when it crawls in my window. I love going back to the dream world. I love leaving my body behind on a pillow and flying over the top of a forest of willows. I'm a master at astral projecting. Love its potential. I love exploring the metaphysical. I love the theories composing its principles. I love the subconscious and I love the subliminal. I love the Bible and I love that it's biblical. I love to get analytical on whether it's literal or is this message just more metaphorically poetical. I love atheists. I love that they're critically cynical.
So I have to stop, because the first time through, that was where I hit a wall.
Yeah.
But after listening, and the truest true of all,
Yeah.
well, then these lines make a lot more sense. Because it doesn't matter what side of the message you take from it, as long as you take the message.
Yeah.
So maybe the message goes in through your soul first, and that's how you live it. But if it has to go in through your brain first, some people struggle.
Right.
The irony of bringing the atheists in right behind that comment all works fine, because I don't hold a person's viewpoint against them, as long as the path they walk has the same value and we're trying to achieve the same goals. That's cool. That's what I...
Just more metaphorically poetical. I love atheists. I love that they're critically cynical. I love the right to think that what each other's thinking is pitiful. And I love to dance when nobody is watching. I love when my fiance dance. I love to watch it. I love the soft skin on the side of her stomach. I love the lover and I love being lovers. I love pancakes smothered in butter. I love the last day of school and I love the first day of summer. I love that there is so much more for all of us to discover. But the most important thing to love is to love one another for real.
And it just ends like that, yeah. But yeah, it has been waiting. That's good. Yeah. I don't really know what more to say.
Very good. Very, very good. Puts all kinds of things into perspective, doesn't it?
Well, now that I've heard it so many times, but it makes me understand that I can't, at the very least, I have to understand the middle has value. I don't agree with everything.
Yeah.
As far as, and as much as I love the whole song, his pancake line is like, he's singing about poison to me. Because trust me, the gluten-free ones ain't good. That ain't a pancake smothered in butter. When it's made out of buckwheat and
Rice.
gravel. Oh, rice. I was sure it was gravel.
Rice pancakes.
Class 5,
Rice
I think is what they
pancakes
put in there.
They're supposed to be good.
Rice cakes?
Rice pancakes.
No, the rice cakes.
No,
that's
rice
like
cakes,
styrofoam.
those are
That's like
styrofoam
shit you
chips.
put. That's for insulation, not eating. But I digress. 111 by Tiller Wills.
Wow.
I don't know, Mike. I'm gonna start it up on. It's for you. I mean, I don't know. It really is for you. I don't know if I'll probably put it over on Rumble, right, with the other one. So then that's it. You've got through it for me. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry it took so long. We should have done it right away, but I don't know. I was in a mood.
Well, and that's where maybe one time you can listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Give it a solo listen, see what it does to you. Because then you can go back and see if you. There's so much in this song.
Oh, I know.
It is the one. It's. Never mind, Mike. It's for you. I mean, what the fuck, shit? What can I say? You already know.
Yeah.
Later.
Crazy. Bye.